Why should we have a teacher for something? Why is it that we should take on a mentor? Why can't we just learn things from books? Why is it that we just don't perhaps turn on the TV or watch a video on YouTube and learn all it is that is available to us? Because there is an incredible wealth of knowledge, a massive body of knowledge out there in this day and age that we all have at our fingertips, which is for the most part free for all, anywhere in the world. But still, something doesn't quite change. With all it is that we learn, we still don't or haven't taken a step in the direction that we wanted to. So what does it take to change? What is the missing ingredient that will cause a shift? A shift in perspective that's enough to actually make you want to take action. And in my opinion, it is the attention of a good teacher, the attention of a good mentor, of a good coach. It is taking on someone who is giving you their energy, their intent, and directing it at you like very focused arrows. These arrows are designed to cut through the various guards that we all put up. And for some people, they will just be able to listen to a particular person and they will just get it. They will just understand what it is that their coach is telling them. They will be able to relate to it. Or if they didn't relate to it before, they certainly will now. And the reason for this is that, first of all, the mentor, the coach, whoever it is that you are taking direction from, needs to really believe in what it is that they are teaching in the first place. If they don't have that belief in what it is that they're teaching, it no longer has that power. It no longer has that feeling, that energy behind it. And without that energy, it's like taking an arrow and just throwing it at someone. There's no force behind it. There's nothing that will penetrate through the various defenses that we all put up over the course of our lives. You know, we have so many things that go on, and we put up our guard sometimes with what it is, through what it is that we experience, through what it is that we see of the world. Some people say, you know, the people who do this are perhaps jaded, perhaps it's a form of ignorance even. Perhaps it's, for the most part, fear. Now, fear is something that we all feel at some level. It is the shying away from the unknown. It is the stirring up of the mind to get us to proceed with caution, sometimes a little too cautiously, and in doing so, sometimes we actually make the situation 10 times worse in our mind than it actually is. The mind has a great tendency to exaggerate things, to make our obstacles seem larger. It's only because we haven't squared up to these obstacles ourselves yet properly. We look at them from a distance and we estimate that these problems are greater than us. But in facing our fears, in facing up to whatever these obstacles are, we take a step closer to these obstacles, and actually we work out that in pitting our wits against these problems, in really engaging the reality, and upholding the integrity of a situation, we become stronger and we overcome these obstacles. And in overcoming these obstacles, we become larger, we become greater, we become more than we were yesterday. And our coaches and our mentors and our teachers can help us to do this. The people who are perhaps older than us in our lives, if they're not carrying a whole lot of baggage themselves, will have wisdom to impart to you. They will give you proper use of the knowledge that they have or that you already have. And it's in the proper use of this knowledge, in this proper use it becomes wisdom. And it's this wisdom that will help us to progress. It will help us to grow and understand more about ourselves and the people around us, where it is that we came from. We will engage our history more. We will look at everything around us and see it from a different perspective. And hopefully that's a perspective that's more aligned with the truth. The truth is whatever this situation is as it is right now. Not a truth which can be coloured by language so easily, by the way that we engage ideas with words. You have to remember, words are nothing. Words are just symbols that represent ideas and energies. There's no such thing as how can an orange be described by words? This is what my mentor taught me once. And this was my own moment in which I understood, a little bit better what he was trying to show me in such a long conversation. And it was only for my own ignorance that it took me as long as it did to understand what it was that he was trying to communicate to me for so long. But, the word orange will never be able to describe to you the magnificence of an orange, what it tastes like, just how juicy it is, how it feels to touch, what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it feels like. These are all things that must be experienced. These energies must be felt, and they must be engaged by your own energies. And in order for you to really recognize the true essence, I guess, of an orange. And even then, perhaps there's a deeper level to it that we won't fully understand in our physical examination of this reality. There is more to it, but we will have got a better idea by engaging it. Teachers help to accelerate this process. Mentors, coaches, they are people, if they know how to penetrate through the many years of defenses that we all put up, they can really bring about positive change. They can break down those defenses. They can open you up. They can crack you open, pierce through the layers of mud that you've caked on yourself, and show you what it is that you truly wanted to do in the first place. Because for the most part, not many of us are actually doing what it is that we want to. We think we are. We believe we are. We want to believe so much so that we are, but in actuality are not. So we need another perspective. We need help. And to ask for help is a sign of strength more than anything else. So I think this video's gotten a little longer than I'd originally intended, but I guess it's a subject that bears mentioning. So think about the people in your life that are guiding you. and find someone who can bring about and inspire that change within you. Someone hopefully who's walked down the type of path it is that you intend to. Someone that you can relate to. Someone that has bought into their own ideas enough to inspire change within you. So I will leave you with that.